morning, students. Welcome to the class. We had already finished lesson 5 and lesson 6 in grammar. In lesson 5, we had learned about simple tenses. 3 simple tenses are there: simple present, simple past, and simple future. And in lesson 6, we learned that 3 continuous tenses are there: present continuous, past continuous, and future continuous. Today, we shall learn lesson 7. In this lesson, we will learn about perfect tenses. There are 3 perfect tenses: present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense. There are 3 perfect tenses: present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense. Students, take your book, page number 26. The following sentences are in the present perfect tense. Here 3 examples are given. I have seen that movie. That is in present perfect tense. Here I had written one example, present perfect. I have written a letter. I have written a letter. And the second is past perfect tense. The train had left before we reached the station. Past perfect tense. She had gone to Delhi. And future perfect tense. By tomorrow evening, you will have completed the work. By tomorrow evening, you will have completed the homework. This is in future perfect tense. Present perfect tense. It takes the form has, have plus past participle of the verb. Verb 1, that is present tense. Verb 2, that is past tense. Verb 3, that is past participle. Verb 4, that is present participle. Here, in perfect tenses, we use a past participle. It means that verb 3, third form of the verb. Has, have. With the singular subjects, we use has. And with the plural subject, we use have plus past participle. This tense is used for the following purposes. First, to show an action that was over in the recent past. To show an action that was over in the recent past. That is, Sumi has gone to her village. Sumi has gone to her village. The action is just over. They have damaged the window. They have damaged the window. See, Sumi has gone to her village. See the form has. Has we use with the singular subject. Sumi here in this sentence. Sumi is the subject and Sumi is only one, singular. So we use after Sumi has. has, then past participle of the verb gone. What is the first form of this verb? Gone. Go. That is the first form. Go. And what is the second form? Went. Go, went, gone. Gone is the third form of the verb. So here, third form is past participle. Here we use in future tenses third form of the verb, that is past participle. So we have written gone. Okay. Sumi has gone to her village. And the second, next sentence, they have damaged the window. Here have is used because they is plural. They is plural. With the plural subjects we use have. With the singular subjects we use has. Always remember it. And after that, have, has, yeah, have, plus past participle of the verb, that is damaged. And what is the first form of this verb? Damage. That is first form of the verb. And what is the second form of this verb? Damaged. And what is the third form of this verb? Damaged. Same. Second form and the third form are same for this verb. Damage, damaged, damaged, and damaging. That is the fourth form. Okay. Here we use only third form of the verb. Has, yeah, have, plus third form of the verb. They have damaged the window. When the time of the action is mentioned, it is wrong to use the present perfect tense. When the time, if the time is mentioned in the sentence, in the action, we do not use this perfect forms. We do not use the perfect forms. When the time of the action is mentioned, it is wrong to use the present perfect tense. In such cases, we use the simple past tense. We do not use present perfect tense, but we use simple past tense. See some sentences here. I have seen this movie yesterday. The time is mentioned here. What is the time mentioned here? Yesterday. That is the time mentioned here. So, we have seen this movie yesterday. The sentence is wrong because we have used here past present perfect tense. We do not use present perfect tense when the time is mentioned in the action. When the time is mentioned of the action. So the sentence is incorrect, not correct. I have seen this movie yesterday. That is wrong. So what is the correct sentence? I saw the movie yesterday. We use here only past tense. Only past tense. We do not use present perfect tense here. We use only past tense. And Mary has gone home at 4 o'clock. That is wrong because time is mentioned here. What is the time here? 4 o'clock. That is the time here. If time is mentioned of the action, what we will do? We should use only past tense. We should use only past tense. Mary went home at 4 o'clock. That is the correct sentence. Mary went home at 4 o'clock. Second, to show an action that happened in the past but is related to the present. To show an action that happened in the past but is related to the present. See, Mr. Nath, that is the subject. Mr. Nath has written 2 books. Mr. Nath has written 2 books. Look at it on the blackboard. Past perfect. She had gone to Delhi. She had gone to Delhi. Here you see, Mr. Nath, to show an action that happened in the past but is related to the present. Mr. Nath has written 2 books. I have seen the Taj Mahal. I have seen the Taj Mahal. And next, to express an action that began in the past and is continuing until the present. The action began in the past and now it is continuing. We have lived here since our childhood. We have lived here since our childhood means now also we are living here. And next, my father has worked here from 1995. From 1995, my father has worked here. Now, for used with just to show an action that took place immediately before speaking. He has just come back from school. The train has just left. Fifth, used with ever and never to show habit or past action. Have you ever been to Delhi? No, I have never been there. That is about present perfect tenses. Now we will learn past perfect tense. The past perfect tense takes the form had plus past participle of the verb. For present perfect tense, we use has, ya, have plus past participle of the verb. Here in the past tense, we use the form had plus past participle of the verb. Had plus past participle of the verb. Third form of the verb. When two past actions are mentioned in the same sentence, the earlier action is shown by the past perfect tense and the later action by the simple past tense. That you should remember. If two actions are mentioned in the same sentence, two actions are mentioned in the same sentence, the earlier action is shown by the past perfect tense and the later action by the simple past tense. That you should remember. Okay, I had completed the work before you asked me about it. Two actions are mentioned here. Two actions are mentioned here. So we use only past tense for the first action and we use past perfect tense for the second action. See, I had completed the work. I had completed the work. First we use past perfect tense. I had completed the work before you asked me about it. Before you asked me about it. That is only past tense. We had heard the news before the newspaper came. See, we had heard the news. We had heard the news before the newspaper came. First action we use with the past perfect tense. Now future perfect tense. The future perfect tense takes the form will, shall plus have plus past participle form of the verb. We use shall with the I and we. And with all other subjects, we use will plus have and plus past participle. That is future perfect tense. Will, yeah, shall plus have plus past participle form of the verb. It is used to express an action that continues for a time and ends at some time in the future. By this time tomorrow, I shall have finished the work. By this time tomorrow, I shall have finished the work. By 6:30 p.m., the sun will have set. By 6:30 p.m., the sun will have set. So, this is perfect tenses. Present perfect tense, past perfect tense and future perfect tense. Now come to the exercise. Rewrite each of the following sentences twice. Once as a negative sentence and then as a question. This kind of questions, this kind of exercises we had done in 6th lesson. See, they have left for Japan. First, you should write the sentence in negative. And then second sentence as a question. See, they have left for Japan. That's the question. So in negative, they have not left for Japan. They have not. After have, you should use not. Then it will be negative sentence. They have not left for Japan. And what is the question for this sentence? Have they left for Japan? Here you will not use not. Have they left for Japan? Then put a question mark. Second sentence. The sun has gone behind the clouds. It's so easy, students. You should use not after has. The sun has not gone behind the clouds. And make a question now. Has the sun gone behind the clouds? In question, you will not use not. So what's the question? Has the sun gone behind the clouds? Then put a question mark. Understood? Then third sentence. Rajat had reached home before his father came. Can you say the answer now? Negative. You should write this sentence in negative. Rajat had not reached. After had, you should put not. Rajat had not reached home before his father came. And write this sentence as a question. Had Rajat reached home before his father came? Then put question mark. Okay. Some more questions are there. 4 and 5. These two questions answers you write yourself. Then come to the next exercise, second. Complete the following sentences using the correct tense forms of the verbs given in the brackets. You should use perfect tenses wherever it is needed. First one, we dash live in this house for the past 10 years. We have been living here. We have been living here in this house for the past 10 years. Second, by March next year, my cousin dash his studies. Complete is given in bracket. By March next year, that is future tense. Remember, next year. So, my cousin, which tense will come here? Future perfect tense. By March next year, my cousin will have completed his studies. That's the answer. Third sentence. Manu is not here. He dashed to his village. Which tense will come here? Present perfect tense. Manu is not here. He dashed to his village. Go is in bracket. Manu is not here. He has gone to his village. That is the answer. So students, try to do the exercises. Now 6 more exercises are there. You do it yourself and come to the class the next day. This grammar book is with you. Learn the grammar thoroughly and do the exercises in your textbook with a pencil. Thank you.